Hello, YouTube land! Welcome back to the Chaos Asylum. I am your host, Alex Payne, and today is another WWE Smackdown Live reactions. Tonight, I believe the main event is going to be Randy Orton taking on AJ Styles to determine who takes on Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania for the WWE World Title. So, Shane and Daniel Bryan comes out and addresses what happened between Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt and then AJ Styles and him becoming number one contender. So, there's going to be a match tonight between Randy Orton and AJ Styles to determine who's the number one contender for the WWE Championship. So, AJ Styles is pretty ticked off. He came in the back when who was it? AJ Styles was in the back when Daniel Bryan and Shane came in the back, and he was all bitching about pretty much he couldn't get a hold of them all week and whatnot. And, so yeah. And he's like, I'm not afraid of no fiber. And they walked away. Now the next matchup is James Ellsworth and Carmella in a mixed tag match taking on John Cena and Nikki Bella. So James Ellsworth is out there, and he's talking about how he's the Mac Daddy of SmackDown Live, and his girlfriend Carmella comes out, John Cena comes out, Nikki Bella comes out. And before the match starts, here comes Miz and Maurice. Nikki turns around and looks, and then Carmella blasts fucking Nikki in the mouth. And they're going to go sit at the commentator's table. So the matchup, of course you guys know, mixed tag match. James Ellsworth and Carmella, the Princess of Staten Island, taking on John Cena and Nikki Bella. So the match goes on. We come back from a commercial break, and Carmella's got Nikki in a headlock. Knocks her off, throws her out of the ring, tags John Cena in. And in a mixed tag match, guys are not allowed to face off against girls. Like girls on girls, guys on guys. So if a girl runs over and tags the guy in, both guys have to get in. Both girls have to get out. James Ellsworth, no, I don't want to do it, And he gets in there. Carmella pushes him into John Cena. John Cena is like, and he's like, crap, and he goes to swing at Cena. Cena does his whole spin out power bomb. And then Carmella comes in, pushes John Cena. And then here comes Nikki with the BAM! Elbow to the face. They both do the you can't see me 5-knuckle shuffle. John Cena does the AA. Nikki Bella does the spinning neck breaker. They both put him in the STF. And then James Ellsworth taps out. John Cena and Nikki Bella win the match. And they go in for the kiss. And now, mind you, the Miz and Maurice are out on commentators. They pull them both out. Miz throws John Cena into the steel steps. Maurice pushes Nikki Bella into the post. They go in there. They cut a promo saying pretty much that John Cena's a robot and he don't know what he's talking about. I love you. I'm a robot. I'm only programmed to love and hate and all this other crap. And pretty much say that they're the only couple on SmackDown, and they spit in the face of real couples, and it's kind of cute that John Cena found the same person like him and Nikki Bella. So it's pretty much leading up to a match to WrestleMania, a mixed tag match. Maurice and The Miz taking on Nikki Bella and John Cena. And I guess Alexa Bliss is going to be talking about a WrestleMania opponent for WrestleMania for her Women's Championship on SmackDown. And we went to the backstage, and Randy Orton's back there, and he gets interviewed, and he says that AJ Styles better watch out, because if he's crazy enough to burn down Bray Wyatt's compound, what would he be willing to do to him? And the only thing he has for him to say is that AJ Styles better run. So, Kurt Hawkins got mad at what Dean Ambrose did to him last week, just coming out, ignoring him, dirty deeds, 1, 2, 3. So he's calling out Dean Ambrose. And then Dean Ambrose comes out and he's like, you know what? He's like, okay, you call me out, fine. He's like, but I want to call out Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin comes back on the screen. He's like, Dean, what don't you get, man? You don't call me out there. I'll come out there when I want to. He's like, do you want this beating that bad? He's like, maybe I want a title shot. That's what it sounded like to me. Set up another match for WrestleMania. Corbin and Ambrose for the Intercontinental Championship. He's like, you know what, Corbin? Forget this crap. You don't want to come down here? I'll come back there. Dean slides out. Takes the IC title off. Here comes Hawkins. He turns around. Bam! Dirty deeds to Hawkins and walks the fuck away. Mojo Rawley was talking about how last year Okay, how? His buddy. You know, Mr. Woo 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 Woo, you know, won the Intercontinental title in that big ladder match, and he shared that moment with him, but it wasn't his moment. So he was making it official that he's the first entrant on SmackDown Live roster to enter himself in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And of course, you know who comes out of nowhere? Dolph Ziggler. Oh, good job, ha ha ha. And I think he entered too, I couldn't really hear it. And then, they show Dean Ambrose walking around in the back, trying to find Baron Corbin, okay? Looking around, couldn't find him, and then finally out of nowhere, BAM! Got nailed by a pipe in the back of the leg. And then BAM! Right in the chest, and he just beat the shit out of him. Threw him underneath a forklift, and then brought the thing down and walked away. He was like, what now, Dean? And everybody had to go, oh, come on, lift it. The referee's trying to lift it off, the other person. It's like, guys, get in the damn forklift and push the button, make it go up. You're not Hercules, you can't just lift it up. So they do that, and up next, Alexa Bliss is going to talk about her WrestleMania opponent. Pretty much, Alexa Bliss came out and said that nobody on the roster is legit. And legit, no one on the WWE SmackDown Live roster is good enough for her at WrestleMania. So then Daniel Bryan comes out and says, well, since you're the best supposed female wrestler on SmackDown, how about at WrestleMania you put your championship on the line against every available woman on SmackDown? He's like, let's do that. He's like, right now, we're going to have a tag team match. It's going to be Alexa Bliss and Mickie James taking on Natalya and Becky Lynch. And so far, Natalya and them are getting their butts kicked. So we come back from a commercial break, and legit Alexa Bliss is kicking the living shit out of Natalya. And then Natalya gets up, does a couple moves, tags in Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch gets in, starts beating the crap out of, let's see, what's his name? What's her name? Alexa Bliss. They start, sorry. Excuse me. They start fighting for a bit. They get to the outside. Alexa Bliss gets her freaking head taken off with a BAM. And then rolls back in the ring, beats up on, she finally gets the offense back on Becky Lynch, and she did a move, got a pinfall, 1-2, kick out, and then we're at a commercial break. So the match went on for a little bit, and like legit, Natalya didn't even get in the match. It was just Becky Lynch taking on, you know, Mickie James and the WWE SmackDown Women's Champion, and Mickie James got in, she started beating down on Becky, and then Becky came back, did a couple things. I love when Becky goes, yeah, did that to her and everything, and then Natalya got pissed and just ran in there, belly to back suplex, ran away. Mickie did her finish. I hate myself. I love when I do that. It's like, woo! I'm kidding, not really. What's her name? Alexa Bliss blind tags herself in, and then what happened is that she got the pinfall. Mickie got pissed at the spilling hit cook, grabbed the title. Was like, yeah. Next up, I guess, is AJ Styles versus Randy Orton for the #1 contendership for the WWE Championship to see who faces Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. We're here. So Randy Orton gets in the ring and legit is beating the living shit out of AJ Styles. AJ Styles not got one bit of offense. Shoulder blocks, fucking like, you know, springboard. Like legit, he's like, just hangs him up to dry on the top rope, gets a 2 count off it, throws him to the outside, slams him into the barricade. Like, Randy is, like, vicious, man. He's like, ah! He wants that title shot. So, that's what's been going on so far. The match is going on still. We're on commercial break. See what happens. So, what happened was, came back from commercial break. Randy Orton was still dominating. Did a couple moves. Like, Randy's just power slamming him. And then he goes for a superplex. And then finally, AJ reverses. And then AJ dominates for a little bit. And then he walks right into a power slam. Randy tries for an RKO. He moves out of the way. Styles clash. Moves out of the way. Tries for the draping DDT. Missed the reverse that. And then he tried for the phenomenal forearm. He hits the bottom ropes. Did a couple other moves. Randy Orton finally did his draping DDT. Going for the RKO. Reverse. Whatnot. Went onto the outside. Was going to go for the phenomenal forearm. Randy jumped up in the air. And here's the cool thing. He tricked Randy. He made Randy jump up. And then AJ still landed back on the apron, and Randy hit the ring. And then he went for the 450 splash, moved out of the way. And then legit, he did a pop-up RKO. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton wins, facing Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. That was SmackDown. What'd you guys think? Did you like it? Did you think it sucked? Leave it in the comments below. And I'd like to say hello to all my new subscribers out there. And welcome to the Chaos Asylum. And like I always say, share the video. Leave a comment. Hit the like button. And if you haven't done it already, smash that subscribe button. Oh, later.